In the journey of human existence, compassion rises like a soft light amidst the shadows of life. It's more than just an emotion, it is a transformative force that connects us to one another and reminds us of our shared humanity. In the pages of the Bible, compassion is woven like a golden thread, running through every story and teaching. It is revealed in the words and actions of Jesus, who had compassion on the hungry, the sick, the marginalized. His compassion knew no boundaries or prejudices, it was a mighty river of divine love flowing towards hearts thirsty for redemption. To contemplate compassion in the light of faith is to dive into an ocean of existential meaning. It challenges us to look beyond ourselves, to recognize the pain and suffering of others as our own. It is an invitation to transcend the barriers of the ego and embrace humanity in its entirety, with all its joys and sorrows, triumphs and failures. However, compassion also confronts us with our own limitations and weaknesses. It reminds us of our imperfection and vulnerability, but it also offers us an opportunity for growth and transformation. For it is in the practice of compassion that we find healing for our own wounds, and it is in reaching out to help others that we discover the true meaning of life. If you like the content and want to help us continue, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment or suggestion about a book, film, series, anime that you want to see analyzed on the channel. By contemplating compassion on an existential level, we are challenged to become agents of change in a hurting world. We must seek to not only feel compassion, but also act with compassion, allowing it to guide us in all of our interactions and decisions. For it is only through compassion that we can truly reflect the divine character and become channels of God's grace and love in this troubled world. A striking example of divine compassion is found in the parable of the Good Samaritan, narrated by Jesus in Luke 10 verses 25 to 37. In this story, a man is robbed, beaten, and left on the side of the road. Two religious leaders pass by and ignore him, but a Samaritan, traditionally an enemy of the Jews, is moved by compassion and cares for the injured man, taking him to an inn and providing care. This parable illustrates not only the importance of compassion in our interactions with others, but also the universality of compassion, which transcends social, ethnic, and religious barriers. She reminds us that compassion is not just a pious feeling, but a call to action, to be actively involved in improving the lives of those suffering around us. Furthermore, the Bible shows us that God Himself is compassionate and full of mercy. In Psalm 103 verse 8 we read, "The Lord is merciful and compassionate, patient and abounding in love." These divine characteristics are exemplified through countless biblical stories, where God demonstrates compassion toward His people, forgiving sins, healing the sick, and healing the brokenhearted. Therefore, when reflecting on compassion in light of the Bible, we are challenged to cultivate this virtue in our own lives. We must follow the example of Jesus, who showed compassion for the marginalized, sinners, and the oppressed. We must open our hearts to those suffering around us and act with kindness, generosity, and understanding, knowing that through compassion we can be instruments of God's love in this world.